What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade coming to you with that instant basketball analysis playoff edition, going live on YouTube, of course, exclusively on Analysis Playground on there. And we're going to talk about the Indiana Pacers going up 2-0 versus the home court advantage having New York Knicks. And they didn't take care of business the other game in game one, and they found a way to trail majority of this game to the Pacers. Game one was a little different because the Pacers was trailing majority of the time against the Knicks, and then they was able to pull it off and steal it. This time it just looked like the Pacers got better shots and they generated better shots. They got good looks. They was able to knock them down. The Knicks could never really find a way to slow them down or stop them or get the shots that they didn't want, or they couldn't even get them uncomfortable. And I just feel like you got great playmaking from Tyrese. You got nice shots made by Pascal and Miles Turner, especially from the mid-range and three. And I just feel like the Pacers are just more under control when it comes to what they're trying to do. And the Knicks are just taking tough, hard buckets, and it just didn't work out for them tonight. And I didn't like their defense. I feel like they allowed the Pacers to get away with too much and get open too much. And if you're going to give them good looks, they're just going to be like, this is the shots that we want. We're role players to a certain extent. And as long as we know where we're supposed to be at and what we're supposed to be doing, and we're confident in our shots, then we can beat anybody. And that's something that they do, especially when they push the pace to get those looks faster and quicker sometimes too. But the Pacers, for people that don't know, they won this game 114-109. And they ended up winning. The Knicks did the first quarter 26-24. They won the second quarter 26-25. The third quarter they lost 32-29. They had trouble getting the lead back ever since then, and they also lost the most important quarter, which is the fourth, 33-28. Pascal was amazing. This was a game where you didn't see him coming with a dominant game like this, but they rode his coattail until it ripped. And it was a good thing they did that because he came through for him. He only played 33 minutes though, 15 and 23 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3, 6 of 8 from the free throw line. He ended up having 39 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 turnover, and 4 personal fouls. He's a plus 16 in plus minus. He had the mid-range going, the 3-ball going. He was able to use his footwork to get some good looks. He wasn't really seeming like he was rushing too much. He had some opportunities where he slipped or he wasn't in full control of his body, and he still shot it and missed some of those shots. But other than that, he knew exactly what he was trying to do when he got the ball, and it ended up working out for him and his teammates. Every single player that started for the Pacers ended up getting in double figures, so that's a great thing to know that they all played their part like they normally do. Aaron Nesmith didn't have the game that he had in game one, but it wasn't really needed because he was really efficient in what he did tonight. 4 of 7 from the field, 2 of 3 from the three-point line, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, 2 of them was offensive, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block, 2 turnovers, 4 personal fouls, a plus 12 and plus minus. He finished with 12. He did everything. The rebounding was something that really helped because Pascal and Miles Turner didn't really do that great on the rebounding end. And he's a wing, so you kind of have to get up in the guys, challenge them, and make them dribble, make them take tough shots. And I think Nesmith did a good job of that, even though he did get in a little bit of foul trouble in this game. You can say the same thing about Siakam. But Miles Turner went 5 of 10 from the field, came through with a nice 3 in the corner and a nice mid-range shot and other good things that he did with the 16 points that he ended up having. He was also good at the free throw line, 5 of 7 from the free throw line. I only say that because he made the ones that mattered the most. He did only have 3 rebounds, which was a little bit of a disappointment. One of them was offensive, 1 assist, 1 steal. He did even have 2 blocks. He had 1 turnover, 2 personal fouls. He finished with the highest plus minus with 17 for the starters. And it actually was the highest for the entire team. So it just shows you how good his defense is when he's active and he's moving and trying to cover as much space as he can to make contests. But I like what he did tonight on both ends of the court. Andrew Nembhard did a good job like he normally does. 37 minutes play, which was the most for the starters. He was 5 of 8 from the field, 2 of 2 from 3. He did have 3 rebounds and 2 assists and a steal. He also had 2 personal fouls. He finished with 12 points tonight. I like that. But, he's a guy that's going to hit you when you don't expect it. He's going to get open. He's going to find ways to cut. He's going to find ways to hurt you, but you just don't know when it's going to happen because he's so passive sometimes. But his understanding of where to be at on the court and when to get open and how to is one reason why he's a great fit for this Indiana Pacers team. Tyrese Halliburton, 35 minutes. He was 5 of 16 from the field. He went 3 of 10 from three and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Not the greatest shooting night from him. He did make some timely baskets and some great plays down the stretch. But like I said, they was leading. They was able to stay ahead for majority of the fourth quarter. And he was a big reason of that because he had 14 points and 11 assists. He also had those 8 rebounds, which was key to their win. 2 of them was offensive. He also had 2 steals in this game, 1 turnover, 2 personal foul. He was a -2 and plus minus. I think the best part of his game was the fact that he had 1 turnover with 11 assists. And I liked the shots he was taking. He just couldn't make a lot of them. It happens. Like I said, shooting is the hardest part of the game. Sometimes the shots go down. Sometimes you got to mix it up to try to find a way to get better looks and more shots that you're confident in. I think he did that. It just the shots just wasn't going down for him tonight for the most part. But other than that, when you keep your head up and you always looking to pass or score, it's good to be able to play both sides. Sometimes I don't have the shot I want. I really don't like it. Sometimes he was dribbling because he had nothing to do or he couldn't find nothing that opened up. But once he did, he was making the right decision, making the right reads. And that's something that Tyrese Halliburton usually does. And that's why they still love him. And that's why he's all NBA this year again. Obi Toppin, 19 minutes, 2 of 6 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3. He did have 2 rebounds and 2 assists, a turnover, and 2 personal fouls. He was a -11 and plus minus. He only had 4 points. Like I said, he didn't have a bad game. He just didn't score as much as you would want him to, but he also didn't take that many shots anyway, and he made the best of the ones he got, and he usually does that. And other than that, the assists and the rebounds mattered, so that helped. Thomas Bryant played 4 minutes. He didn't do anything but get a turnover and 2 personal fouls. He was a -9 and plus minus. He was mainly in there to give somebody some breathers and some rest, which is important. Tony Bradley played 8 minutes. He was 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds, 1 was offensive. He had a turnover and a personal foul. He was a +1 and plus minus, finished with 1 point. TJ McConnell was great. Only guy to get in double figures in any statistical category off the bench for the Pacers with his 10 points. He also just went 5 of 8. I liked the fact that he was probing, looking for his mid-range, looking for the layups when he could get them. And he did have some wide open threes that he just flat out missed. But you can't help him but tell him to take those because they're going to give it to you that wide open and you actually can't make threes. There's no reason why you shouldn't try to make it. So I'm not going to really be mad at him for going 0 for 2 when the looks he had was great. 2 rebounds, 1 was offensive, 4 assists, 1 turnover, 2 personal fouls. He was a +5 and plus minus. Benedict Mathurin, 11 minutes, 0-2 from the field, 1 assist, 1 turnover, -12 and plus minus. For him, he had one of his worst games, but he also wasn't really needed that much in this particular game, and he didn't really hurt the team that much. Ben Shepherd did what he needed to do was make majority of his threes. He went 2 or 3 to be exact, and it was really good to see. He also had 1 assist and 2 personal fouls. He's a +8 and plus minus. He finished with 6 points because he took no free throws. And that was it for the bench. A good showing from him and TJ. And the other guys didn't hurt the team that much. They just tried to do what they could for the time that they was in there. And that's all you can ask the bench to do. But Obi Toppin also wasn't that bad either. The rest of the guys did not play coach's decisions because of the starters mainly. 43 of 83, 51% from the field as a team, 13 to 30, 43% from 3. That's really great offense and really great production from your players. 15 to 21, 71% from the free throw line, 32 rebounds total, 26 assists, 6 steals, 3 blocks, 10 turnovers, and 23 personal fouls. They committed way too many personal fouls if I had to give them a critique, but so did the Knicks. Mikal Bridges, Mikalai, 45 minutes for him. He played the most on the entire team for the Knicks. 9 of 18 from the field, 1 of 3 from the three-point line, 1 or 2 from the free throw line. 20 points for him. He had the fadeaway going, had the layups going, had the finishing going. Especially in the fourth quarter, they needed somebody to help Brunson and Towns out. He was that guy tonight, but it just wasn't enough. It was trailing majority of the fourth, and then they ended up losing anyway. 7 rebounds, one of them was offensive, 2 assists, 2 steals, 2 turnovers, 3 personal fouls, a -7 and plus minus. He ended up having 20, which was a great showing. And I like the fact that he didn't really get too hung up on threes. But the ones he did take, I didn't really like that much anyway. But also, he did try to bring it defensively. And I thought he did a good job fighting, but it just didn't really make too much of a difference because of the ball movement of the Pacers. OG Anunoby was 6 of 11 from the field, 2 of 6 from three. I didn't really like his 3-point attempts either. Like, he was giving the Pacers what they wanted. Well, I really don't want to shoot it, but I think I can make it, so I'm going to shoot it anyway. And then that's why he went 2 of 6, which ain't terrible, but it could have been better if he would have just found somebody else or just ran the offense and resetted it instead of just settling for a three like that or shots like that in the game. 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, one was offensive, 1 assist, 2 steals, 1 turnover, 2 personal fouls, a +5 and plus minus. He finished with 16 points. Like I said, if they're strong, they're long, and they're going to do whatever they can to defend, but I just would like to see more from them. Towns, he was hit or miss. 28 minutes, he was 6 of 14 from the field, 2 of 5 from three. He also went 6 of 6 from the free throw line. He helped them, be in the game when he was out there, but he didn't have a dominant game tonight. Got off to a good start, just kind of faded a little bit. He didn't play that much in the last couple quarters either. 7 rebounds, 2 of them was offensive. He only had a turnover and 3 personal fouls. He was a -20 and plus minus, but he did finish with 20 points. Jalen Brunson ended up getting a double-double, a big one. 36 points, 11 assists, 3 rebounds, 1 steal, 3 turnovers, 3 personal fouls, and he also had 3 rebounds. But he shot the most shots on the Knicks like he usually does, and he also shot the most shots in the game with being 13 of 27 from the field, 39 minutes played. He was 5 of 12 from three, took some pull-ups and some tough ones throughout that shot. Also got some easy ones too, which is good to see for him. But he also was 5 of 5 from the free throw line. I thought he had a great game. This is the type of game he's going to have. You would think with these type of numbers, that if you looked at the box score and you seen the Knicks first, you would think, oh, they won that game. But it wasn't the case for them. And Jalen Brunson, his defense has been a problem. But I do like the fact that he tries to come back at you and let you know if you felt that way, then I'm going to go out there and give it back to you. And if you don't help or don't double team me, I'm going to score as much as I can or get to the free throw line. But I'm not scared to make the extra pass, and I'm not scared to get off the ball and come back and get it and try to score on somebody else. So his mentality is right for being the number one option when it comes to the offensive end. Josh Hart didn't really try to score at all. He went 2 of 3 from the field and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He only finished with 6 points, but they kept his activity at a good level. The Pacers did. They didn't give him really too many chances to be hustle player of the year, which he should have been because of all the things he does for the Knicks, like pushing the pace, getting the assists, getting the rebounds, getting the loose balls, diving on the floor, fighting for everything that he can get and scrapping for it too. I love his energy. I love his activity when he's on the court. But he only had 6 rebounds and 2 of them was offensive tonight. He was held to 1 assist, but he did get a steal and a block. His defense can count as hustle too because he makes great plays. He's even willing to dive on the outside just to be able to get the ball, even if it's not needed sometimes, showing you how much he cares about winning with this group of guys and just in general. 1 steal, 1 block, 2 turnovers, 3 personal fouls, -10 and plus minus. He only finished with 6. And then Mitchell Robinson still shows you that this guy is a rebounding monster. He went 2 of 3 from the field because he stayed near the basket. He also went 2 of 4 from the free throw line, which is what he's going to be close to that or just a little bit better some nights, depending on how that jump shot is going. But he did what he usually does. In 29 minutes, he was able to grab 9 rebounds, and 4 of them was offensive, which was a great job. But he also got 3 blocks, which is something that he can do too. And he did it tonight. And Towns didn't get a steal or a block. And he played 28 minutes, which was 1 more than Mitchell Robinson. 2 personal fouls, a +6 and plus minus. He finished with 6. The other guy that scored was Miles McBride. He played 25 minutes. He was 2 of 5 from the field, 1 of 4 from three. He had 1 rebound, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, 3 personal fouls, a +6 and plus minus. He ended up having 5 points. Cameron Payne, CP, 9 minutes, 0 of 3 from the field, 0 of 2 from three. And he ended up getting an assist and a turnover. Nothing much from him tonight. but he also was a -9 and plus minus. The rest of the guys didn't play at all, although they was healthy and ready to try to contribute. They didn't play because the coaches made that decision not to let them get on the court. 40 of 84, 47% from the field, 11 of 32, 34% from three, and 18 of 21. They shot 85% from the free throw line, only missing three tonight. That was really good to see. That kept them in the game. But they also only had 10 offensive rebounds, mainly because four of them was for Mitchell Robinson. But they ended up having 38. They did out rebound the Pacers. They had less assists, though, with 18. They also had the same amount of steals with 6, but they also outblocked them by 1 with 4. They had 12 turnovers, which was more than the Pacers, but they committed less personal fouls, and they had 19, although both teams shot about the same, though the Knicks ended up shooting it better. Other than that, thank y'all for watching this one. Comment, like, subscribe, and share the notification bell for more analysis. And if you're new to the channel, I do conversation videos just like this and various NBA-only topics. Also do breakdowns with real footage of legends, current legends, rookies, and all the future stars. And I also do mock draft and draft coverage. So if y'all love that type of stuff, I got over 3,000 plus videos already on my channel that y'all can watch and y'all can enjoy. Not only that, I make videos every single day that I'm living for the most part. So if you love content, you love NBA content, you can't get enough of it, this is the channel for you, and you would love it for that reason. Other than that, hope you guys enjoying your day. The weekend is back here as quick and as fast as that can be. Hope you guys enjoyed your weekday. Hope y'all enjoying the grind. And for the weekend warriors, I will be working too, so I will be grinding with y'all also. Other than that, hope you guys got some rest, got some leisure, had some fun. And if y'all didn't, hope y'all can do that this weekend. And other than that, I will say thank y'all for blessing me with some time that y'all gave me and wanted to share with watching this live stream or after it's over. As long as y'all continue to support the channel, that's all I can ask you for. Thank y'all for appreciating the content for what it is. Thank y'all for loving me and being a part of my life and making me happy and keeping me happy. And I do my part to do that too. And I'll try to give it back to y'all as much as I can, even if it's just making a video that y'all feeling and looking forward to, like the playoffs. Other than that, I'm going for now. See you guys later. Let's continue to try to make 2025 a better year than 2015. That's the only goal of this channel this year. Let's have fun trying to do it. And that's 50-50. Reason why I'm still doing these videos, because you guys love watching them and coming back to see them. And I love making them, enjoy giving my all when I do. And that makes it a good relationship to have. And that's why it's still been going over for 12 plus years already. And it's as quick as that can seem, and as fast as that is the reality of this situation and how this channel been built and how it's been going. So let's continue to keep that up, because we've been doing good for these first 5 months. So let's kind of keep that in mind as we try to finish out the rest of the year, if Lord wills to see it, and I can make more content for you guys to enjoy. Other than that, I'm going for now. See you guys later. Y'all stay blessed up and gone. Peace out.